tonight on this Smackdown, we got a lot of story progression really with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. So we start off the show and we start off with Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton hasn't been on Smackdown for a couple of weeks, because he was fighting against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship over on Raw. And last week, he posted a picture that he was taking a vacation for a little bit, but he came back. He returned here tonight. It caught me completely off guard. I thought we weren't going to get Randy Orton back for at least another few weeks or so, but Randy Orton was here tonight. The entire crowd was absolutely on board with it. They loved it. So was I. I was super curious as soon as I heard his music, what his reaction, what he was going to say in regards to the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns partnership that we've seen on SmackDown within the last few weeks. He came out and he said, there's only a number of amount of people that I trust in this business, and I can count them all on one hand. And one of those is Cody Rhodes. And he says, Cody Rhodes and I go way back, and I, like everyone else, am just so curious as to why he would team up with Roman Reigns, because Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns teamed up and he felt like he was owed an explanation. And everybody was of the belief that if anybody needed an explanation, it would be Randy Orton, because Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes obviously go way back. So Randy Orton called Cody Rhodes out to the ring to give him an explanation. And Cody Rhodes came out. He basically said, listen, I am gonna take Roman's word. He said, would you rather be a coward or a fool? And he said, Roman Reigns is a man of his word. He told me, he gave me his word. He gave me his word that after WrestleMania, he wouldn't show his face if I beat him. So Cody Rhodes was basically saying that the reason he's teaming up with Roman is because Roman gave him his word, and his word is everything to Roman Reigns. So Cody said to Randy, do we have a problem with this? And Randy said, there's no problem with this unless you make it a problem. And that right there sort of sparked the entire crowd. It sort of sparked me as well. Like, that may be a little tiny seed there potentially in the future, because he's basically saying, you put yourself in this position, and if you screw up, then we're gonna have a major problem. But Kevin Owens comes out, and if anybody is gonna be pissed about Cody and Roman, it's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens comes out. Before he can even say anything, Solo Sikoa's music hits. He basically tells Cody that the reason you needed to pair up with Roman Reigns is because Kevin and Randy can't help you out. Every time you've tagged with them, you've come up short. You can't take us out. You can't take the Bloodline out. And Kevin Owens just shut Solo Sikoa up, said no one gives a damn what you have to say. He suggested a tag team match. Cody Rhodes was about to say something when Kevin Owens cuts him off, tells him, hold up, this is a tag team match between me, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Randy Orton. He said, you have your tag team match at Bad Blood, so you can stay focused about that. And this tension only continued further when we get a backstage segment where Cody comes up to Kevin and tells him, we need to talk about what's going on between you and me. He says, we need to air out the issues if we have any. Kevin says, yeah, we need to talk, but not now. We have a match within 30 minutes. We'll talk later. And they're sort of starting to put the tension a lot, focus it on Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. That will lead up to the main event. He told Cody to not get involved in the main event. Randy sort of spoke to Cody regardless and told him, listen, if it gets hot, I'll send the signal out so you can come and help us out. So Cody Rhodes did come out and help Kevin Owens and Randy Orton out. So he comes out, he takes out the Tongans in the main event. Jacob Fatu does this amazing suicide dive to Cody Rhodes on the outside. Cody Rhodes is then tossed back into the ring, but this referee just pisses me off, man. This referee is the same referee that always gets taken out in the Bloodline matches. His little foot gets hit, and all of a sudden that's enough for him to sort of make a big song and dance about it. This indirectly leads to Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa taking the victory, and afterwards Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. At this point, Kevin Owens is actually pissed off. He's actually pushing Cody aside. He's you could see he's visibly pissed at the fact that he told Cody to stay in the back, but he still came out regardless. Randy Orton is sort of the middleman here, and this entire show, I loved this entire tension between Kevin and Cody, because Kevin legitimately has feelings to feel this way against Cody, and Randy is sort of the interesting factor, because we don't really know Kevin's opinions on Cody right now, and Randy is sort of playing the middleman, the diplomatic man as of right now. Who knows what happens down the line, but I absolutely loved this entire thing, this entire story here tonight on SmackDown. We also had a lot of cool little things on SmackDown as well. We had Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, the great match here tonight, the sixth match. Matches ended in shenanigans though, because Carmelo attacked LA Knight in the back beforehand, and LA Knight came back to attack Carmelo here in their match, and that indirectly leads to Carmelo picking the victory over Andrade, and Andrade is pissed as well with LA Knight. He just blows him off as well. He can't stand LA Knight, which leads me to believe that this is going to be a triple threat somewhere down the line between these three men for the US title. Got Bayley is going to challenge Nia Jax, probably at Bad Blood, for the women's championship. And also got a backstage segment between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, which sort of led the tension for their sort of, story down the line with the Money in the Bank contract. So overall, a lot of tension building here on SmackDown. A super story-driven SmackDown here with the whole Cody angle, which presumably at first I was sort of like iffy on the Cody and Roman dynamic at first, but now seeing where it's going with Kevin and Randy, I'm pretty interested. Like, I legitimately want to see what happens with these two men, the aftermath of what is to come with Cody and Roman. But other than that, man, I am out. I am leaving y'all with this. Let me know what you guys thought of SmackDown down below, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.